sharing that makes me a little homesick, Nancy. You're listening to Big Blend Radio with Nancy and Lisa, the travelers on the Love Your Parks tour and publishers of Big Blend magazines. And today we're so excited to have Lance Laber, one of the two Tucson dudes, back on the show today. Lance is the executive director of the DeGrazia-Gallery-in-the-Sun in Tucson, Arizona, the DeGrazia Foundation as well. And I'm telling you, that's home. I'm thinking of Tucson right now. We're in a chilly area of the world, up in the northeast, and Tucson is home. And it's saguaros. This gallery is on 10 acres. It is also it's a National Historic spot. It's on the register. It's got all that good stuff, but it's 10 acres of desert. It is the gallery in the sun. I want sunshine right now. I want 10 acres of desert with doves and flowers, and they have a cactus garden. But this is really the home and also the gallery of the famous Arizona and Southwest artist Ted-DeGrazia. Over 15,000 originals of his work are featured in the gallery, including oil paintings, watercolors, ceramics, sculptures. There's all kinds of permanent exhibits, but they also change out the exhibits throughout the year. Now, this year has been weird because of COVID, and they've had to be closed down, which sucks for most of the year, but they are open again, which is very exciting. So I encourage you to go to the website, DeGrazia.org. But Tucson, dude, it is so cool to have you back on. How are you, Lance?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me.
Hey, so the sun is shining in Tucson?
The sun is shining. It's beautiful. It's, I don't know, it's about 78 degrees. It's gorgeous. It's a typical Arizona Tucson day.
78 degrees?
Fall day.
Something
like that, 78, maybe 80. It's beautiful out.
Oh. You're at least 30 degrees warmer than where we are.
Yeah, we're freezing over here.
We're cold. That's why I'm here and you're there.
I know. But listen, everyone needs to come over there. You're the Gallery in the Sun, so if you want to get your DNA, go there. But you've got to be excited to be reopening again.
Yeah, it's really been a long summer, and we've been closed to almost over 7 months, which is like a lot of other places around the country. It's just been horrible. But we're going to give it a shot, and we're going to open up. We'll be open starting November 16th, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, everything will go smoothly.
And I think it will. You got sunshine, number one, right? Isn't that important that you have sunshine?
Sunshine's important. All the snowbirds are going to be coming here. Hopefully, to escape the cold, and that'll certainly help us.
It actually, the places we've visited all over the place, and we've been in how many states? 15, 16 different states in a short period of time. It is about a social distancing, and it's really not that hard to just pace yourself and social distance. It's really not that hard. It really isn't. You don't have to all
crowd.
I'm
hoping that people will respect each other and respect each other's distance. I mean, we're going to have to limit attendance anyway. I think the gallery holds maybe 200 people. I think that's the fire marshal code. So, if we let 30 or 40 people in at a time, that'll probably be about the max.
Yeah.
Lance, we've been to a lot of different places on the tour this year. I mean, a lot, and a lot of turnarounds and detours, and gone into some galleries, some of the most iconic ones in the world, Frederick Meyer Gardens Art Sculpture Park, places like that. And we have had to be very, very careful because we are full-time travelers that we cannot get it. We cannot get the virus. We just are not allowed.
I refuse.
And we cannot give it to anybody else. It's just really, so we are very, very careful travelers, and we pet sit on the way just for that, too. So we have, a clean space. We can, get food from grocery stores, et cetera. But when we go to a place, we do wear a mask. And we stay away from people as much as we can. And a lot of the attractions that we've been to, which is not that many, but the ones that are open, are limiting the amount of people that come in. A lot of times there's a test you have to take. You must wear your mask. And unless you're, you've got 10 acres, but a lot of that's also indoor space. But, knowing the gallery, you've got a lot of air. You can socially distance inside DeGrazia-Gallery-in-the-Sun, and so I think you're going to be successful
You
with
can
it.
stay away from people. You can.
Yeah.
There's another thing that I don't know. I forgot when you guys left, but Tucson is a mandated mask community. Everybody is supposed to wear a mask, or whenever you go into public, you have to wear a mask. And people have been pretty good about it. I must say that if I have to, brave a grocery store, everybody's got their mask on. So, and that's the way, unfortunately, that's the way it's going to have to be for a while, and it's going to be that way at the gallery. People are going to have to sanitize their hands, and they're going to have to wear their mask, and they're going to have to keep a distance. And but I really think most people understand that. It's only been almost a year that we've been living this way.
Yeah, and it's really not that big a deal.
And
it's such a little thing to ask, and for such a great return.
And everybody's different
agree.
in their travels too. That's the one thing I do want to say is, like, we talk about traveling and going to these places, but everybody's at a different stage of when they're comfortable to travel. So, it's great that DeGrazia-Gallery-in-the-Sun is open. If you feel you can't travel right now, that's fine. Everybody's got this different place of where they're comfortable, and you need to heed to that. I think it's great that you're open, and I know that the way the gallery's laid out, that it's going to be successful. And I know that you'll close the first minute that, it's not working, or if things change in the States.
If the pandemic gets bad in Arizona again, we'll see what happens. But, it's I think people are really wanting to have things to do. I think people have been cooped up and for a long time. And so I'm really thinking that we're going to be seeing a lot of people. And
I think so. Oh my gosh, are you kidding
me?
Be That's good. The first thing. I know we had friends going to the Gem and Mineral Show that was going to open up in February, and that's not happening this year. But I was telling them, go to DeGrazia if you can. Go check this out because it's so cool. You can walk around. You've got the Mission that's back open, right? The Mission is there. You've got the little gallery. I don't know. Are you going to the little gallery? Will that happen this year? Or are you going to? Because I know
that is going to happen. We've had a couple of artists back out, but I believe the first artist that's coming in is coming in on the 28th of November. I could be wrong on that.
Everyone go to DeGrazia.org and really follow them on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. They're awesome about letting everybody know what's going on and also get their newsletter. I do want to back up, Lance, because I know we have a lot of new listeners all the time, and back up to let people know about who Ted DeGrazia was. And, his life is still so amazing, and what you do in interpreting his career and his art. He really was this huge icon in regards to Southwestern art, and he was an understudy with Diego Rivera, and not Diego. Did I say I got his name wrong?
Yeah, Diego Rivera and Jose Clemente Orozco.
Oh, there we go. I was halfway there. There we go. But he studied in Mexico, but really was into, I'm going to say, the land and the people of the Southwest.
Very much so. Yeah, DeGrazia was born in Arizona, and he was a native, and he was a desert rat, and he was a prospector. He loved going into the Superstition Mountains and prospecting for gold and telling big tales and stories. And he was one of the most prolific artists that's ever been. The guy just painted and created unbelievable amount of work, thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces over his lifetime.
And with everything, he painted, but he also sketched. He did pottery. He made jewelry. He did. He did everything. Whatever he wanted, he just did. He's a free spirit.
He did a lot of experimenting. He was a big experimenter and risk taker, and sometimes things didn't work out, and sometimes they worked out really well. So he got really good at his craft and left this beautiful gallery, this beautiful legacy for the rest of us to enjoy.
And the gallery was created, like he designed it and built it with the native people of Tucson.
Yeah, he built it with his own hands and his Tohono O'odham and Yaqui friends. They helped him build everything on the gallery. There's about 15 or 18 structures on the ground, so there's a lot of buildings that they all built over the years, and
including the nuns' quarters. There's even the nuns.
The nuns' house.
Don't mess with the nuns. They'll whack your knuckles.
Don't mess with the nuns.
They whacked my knuckles when I was in school. I don't know what I did.
Well, these were nice nuns. The Benedictine sisters used to come and visit DeGrazia, and he let them stay in that house. And they would autograph the door inside the house, and so there's all these autographs from all the nuns, and DeGrazia added a little bit of art, and so it's just an interesting place. I
wanted to ask you, something we haven't touched. I know we always talk about the exhibits and some of the permanent collections. He's got 6 permanent collections in there. So we've talked about that a lot. And also on our tour, as we travel, we like to stop in places where DeGrazia is painted. One of them is Galveston, and we tried to go there, but there was a hurricane this year, Lance, sorry. So that kind of derailed us a little bit. But we're getting there. And we hope to go to Morenci on our way back west this coming spring, go to Morenci, the town he was born in. And I know where his home place was. It's actually made into a mine, right? At that point, we cannot really go where he was.
The town of Morenci, the original old town of Morenci got swallowed up by the mine. They mined the copper out of it, and it became part of the whole.
That's wild.
But the rest of the town that surrounds it is still there, and it's a very beautiful, quaint little town. It's a real nice little place, kind of
they have
tucked
like a street
away.
name after him, I think. A street name or something. I remember looking up on the website.
There's a park. We many years ago, we went up to Morenci. They had a DeGrazia weekend. They celebrated their favorite son, and they dedicated a park to him. DeGrazia Park.
Yes.
Love Your Parks tour. Hello, we're going to go to the DeGrazia Park in Morenci. Hello.
We'll
be doing that. I don't know about Galveston yet until I think they're okay now. But this is the thing. It's like he went all over. He studied people. He really is amazing at what he's interpreted in the history of the Southwest. He's an icon in what he's done, but he's also, his wife's art is also there. Marion DeGrazia.
That's true. Marion was a very fine artist also in her own right, and there's some of her stuff is in there too. Very nice stuff.
Mhm. I love her work. We've talked about her on the shows over the years, but right now. So you can go around the gallery, enjoy the grounds, the mission that he built. So that was the connection to the nuns, right? The mission, the sun, it's all connected to, Padre Kino, right? At the end of the day, that ties into the spirit
Father
of the West,
Kino
the Southwest.
and Our Lady of Guadalupe.
Mhm. That's what he built. In honor of him.
Well, Our Lady of Guadalupe is big here in the Southwest, and that was certainly part of it. But I don't know how he became friends with the Benedictine sisters. I think they just started to come to his gallery. They saw that he had painted the Way of the Cross, and they saw that he was a pretty religious man, and they were drawn to him. And I guess they put up with some of the less religious things that he liked to do.
His Chivas Regal.
His Chivas, and whoever was around at the time, his friends, his women friends,
Yeah, he led an artist's life. Let's put it that way. He did.
Yeah,
and
you couldn't hold a good man down.
He lived up to it. But you know what? I remember you telling us a story that Lee Marvin has been there. Paul McCartney has been there. I mean, he's got some
Correct.
friends and then people
Lee
that
Marvin
showed up.
Lee Marvin was one of his good drinking buddies. As was Broderick
I can
Crawford.
imagine that.
Yeah, they used to sit out there in the back and drink their Chivas for whatever they were drinking.
I'm voting for hardcore whiskey at that point.
Yeah, well, I think those guys would drink anything that was there.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So
Lee
Marvin
weren't
was
that
living
fussy.
in Tucson? Lee Marvin?
Lee Marvin had a big spread up north of the gallery, and he used to come down and hang around with DeGrazia, and the two of them would sit around and get drunk. And Broderick Crawford, who I'm sure a lot of the younger listeners would have no clue who that is, but he was an Academy Award winner. And and he was one of the boys.
Wow.
They all like to tip a few.
But except for when Paul McCartney showed up, he said, "Sorry, it's 4:00. We're closed."
Yeah. Well, that was different. I don't think McCartney was one of his drinking buddies, but I don't think. Kind of wonder if DeGrazia even knew who he was. But he came in at 4:00 and asked if he could, if him and his wife Linda and the other few people that were with them could come and look around. And he said, "No, it's 4:00. It's time to go. Leave." So he threw Paul McCartney out of his gallery. Unbelievable.
Oh my God, that's funny as.
Wow. See, it's
doesn't
amazing
get better
to me.
than that.
No, it doesn't.
But it's interesting because he was also a musician. His son Domingo DeGrazia has been on our show. The other Tucson dude with you over the years. You found the music manuscripts of DeGrazia, Ted DeGrazia.
Correct.
And
yes.
Created an album called Please Remember Me. We're going to play that song because, oh my gosh, it's like the iconic song of Ted DeGrazia, right? And it's beautiful music. This album is amazing. It's got Ted DeGrazia and Domingo's music all in one. And is it the University Jazz Orchestra that played?
No, it was the Tucson Jazz Academy that arranged it.
So you recreated all of his music. So he was into music the whole time. I wonder how much of it was popular music. So maybe he did listen to the Beatles, right? Or did he listen to what was going on locally?
DeGrazia came from the big band era. DeGrazia was born in 1909, so he had his own big band, and that's how he got through the University of Arizona. That helped pay for his tuition was his brother.
It seems that's kind of part of Tucson culture too. Like you got Linda Rothstand and everybody in there.
Well, that's true. But DeGrazia was from a musical family. I mean, these Italian immigrants, they all played instruments and DeGrazia played trumpet from the time he was a young kid. So he was, he was an all-around artist. He wasn't just a painter; he was a musician, and he understood all of this. By the time he got through his college days, and he created music just like he created paintings.
Yeah,
awesome.
I don't think you can limit
and of
art.
course his own son and Domingo, just carried that on.
Domingo is an amazing musician. His guitar work and flamenco guitar playing and just incredible. So it's really cool about the music part of it. Right now, people going to the gallery, Lance, you've got a few exhibits that started at the beginning of the year, so let's kind of resurface on that, because I know they were supposed to end in September. Well, obviously that's not happening. So one of the new exhibits we touched on was DeGrazia's Circus. So he's into circuses too, not just music and mining in the Southwest, but into circuses.
Yeah, well, it's a real interesting series of paintings that he did, and my impression was that this all came from when he was back in Italy when he was young. It doesn't look like an American circus. It looks like an Italian circus, and it's really different. It's very interesting. There's a clown. There's a dead clown and a clown funeral.
Oh wow!
It's really different. Very different.
So how long do you think that exhibit will stay up?
That's a good question. We're going to leave it up for a while. It had just been put up maybe a month or two before we closed for the pandemic. So everything that's up now, we're going to leave up for a while and give people an opportunity to see it. Probably another at least 3 or 4 months.
Oh, awesome! Because I know Way of the Cross. I know you said that, every year you say, like, if I don't put this exhibit up, people will come and yell at you. This is a tradition.
They do.
And
they do.
so that will stay up until Easter of next year, you said, or after Easter?
It'll stay up probably a little past Easter. It'll have been up all year now, but because we never took it down. We closed in March, and then Easter was in April, so, we just left it up, and we will, it's going to be Easter again before we know it. So we'll just leave it up, and, people will enjoy it. People are happy, especially the snowbirds when it's up. They love it.
Oh, that's awesome. All the visitors that come down for the sunshine, it is the DeGrazia-Gallery-in-the-Sun. The other one that was new, too, is DeGrazia's Saguaro Harvest. It's interesting about that with the Saguaro Harvest because obviously you're in Tucson, and it's the land of the icon, the Desert Sentinel. But the Saguaro Harvest is iconic, I think, especially going in through this spring.
The Saguaro Harvest is the traditional Tohono O'odham harvest that they do every year, and it shows them pulling the fruits down, and there's all kinds of paintings that depict this. So it's really interesting, but it is the traditional Tohono O'odham harvest.
And he also did like a saguaro. You had a display a few years ago with his saguaro work, even in his pottery that he's done.
There's some of that out there too. Yeah, we've got some of his cactus bowls out on display right now. The gallery's looking pretty good considering we've been closed for 7 months. We went in the other day and gave it the once over, and it's looking great. It's ready. It's ready to be viewed again.
I miss it. Don't you miss it, Nancy? I want to go back and see the Cholla cactus floors. I mean, to me, no one else has Cholla cactus floors like at the DeGrazia-Gallery-in-the-Sun. And it's just going out. I love it. It's like a sanctuary and a beautiful spot. And, you can have all the different exhibits we talk about over the years, But the thing is, just go and enjoy what you can, because it's a beautiful place, and the art. I don't care if you just see the same exhibits every time, the 6 major exhibits, right? The permanent collections. You're going to see something different every single time. It's going to, you're going to see something new in a painting every single time. Every time I've been there, every time I look at the same paintings, I see something new. And it's great that you rotate the exhibits. I think that's awesome, because you have so many thousands of paintings and in the archives there for us to see. So that's awesome. But honestly, that's the true beauty of a really good artist, is that every time you revisit it, just like a good musician, you're going to hear something new. Every time you hear the song, it'll be familiar but new. And I think that's the beauty of Ted DeGrazia's work as well. You're always going to see something new. I know you see something
I agree
new.
with you.
Yeah. I mean, it's you've been, how long have you been at the gallery? Like, as
this August will be 39 years.
Wow. Wow, you're almost as old as me, Lance.
Yeah, right, Lisa. I think that's funny. That's a good one. I appreciate
come on.
that.
You saw him as an old man, right? You saw DeGrazia as an old man, like, as a kid. I
saw DeGrazia as an old man, but I was a really young kid. So
that's what I was saying. You weren't the old man. No, he was at that time.
That's right. He was. And now I'm the old man.
And you're taking care of his place.
I've been at DeGrazia's gallery longer than DeGrazia.
Wow, isn't that amazing? That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Wow, that's so cool. And we missed his birthday in June, so like everybody should just have birthday cake again. You know what I mean? Just
Well, yeah, that's going to be a hard one to pull off this year.
I know. Well, coming up in June we can do. His birthday's on Flag Day every year. And
correct.
So June 2021. Everyone think about it. Have birthday cake for Ted DeGrazia. Right now, you can go visit the gallery, have a good time, and I'm so glad you're open, Nancy and I both. And we're heading west again in spring. What a beautiful time to be in Tucson too. So we'll see you soon, Lance. You know it.
Sounds great. I look forward to seeing both you guys. Thank you very much.
We miss you guys, and everyone go to DeGrazia.org again. Also on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All those great places, Pinterest, but also get their newsletter, because they do send you an alert out with, hey, we have this opening, or hey, we're open for this, hey, we're closed if we have to, all of that good stuff. So keep up with them. Just go to DeGrazia.org. But we were going to close with the title track to DeGrazia's album, Please Remember Me. So take a listen and enjoy. Thanks again, Tucson Dude. It's always good chatting with you.
Thank you so much. See you guys.
Take care.